Miya Bailey,
And what do you do?
visual artist.
Yeah, I'm black as fuck. They said it wouldn't be half enough, but I did enough being black as fuck when I ain't even half enough for real. Yeah, I'm black as fuck. They said it wouldn't be half enough, but I did enough being black as fuck when I ain't even half enough for real.
It was basically just the lack of like I kind of see what's missing in the city. I know what artists ask for and what they need, and so that's what's basically it. I'm just filling voids. That's my number one thing is filling voids. I'm like, oh, okay, the city is asking for this, these communities asking for this, but it's not nowhere to do it. And I believe if you build it, there'll come type of philosophy. This Peter Street. Me and Petey was sitting around, and we was thinking about like railroad tracks, the railroad, and the loading docks, and the original purpose of Castleberry Hill, which was Snake Nation originally. Mm-hmm. And we was talking about how like packing and trains, and it was like a little train station. We was just picking up names. Me and Petey was bouncing off names, and Peter Street Station popped up. Was like, yeah, let's do it like that. Let's do it like a train station, like a place where everybody meet, like a terminus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A hub.
Yeah.
Everybody meets in this one.
Yeah. So we want to do it almost like it's a MARTA station stop. Yeah. I don't believe in the balance part. Everybody's always talking about this mysterious balance thing. And if you ask any millionaire or anybody at the beginning, was it balanced? No, it wasn't balanced. You had to sacrifice something to get to a certain point, then you can start living life the way you want to. But the number one thing was finding people who believe in that philosophy. A lot of people just don't want to be millionaires. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be rich out the ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be, like free. Financially free. Like, I believe in like your mind is like, what is it if I can dream about Africa and never go explore Africa because I can afford it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's gonna be a certain point where like I seen people get old in my family, and then when they go, they didn't have anything to leave for that, nothing. They couldn't leave nothing. So it's like, I just don't want to be in that situation, so I want to break a generational curse in my family. And I hope it inspires other people, but I really believe it's really hard to find people that really want to be filthy rich in America. Like, people say that, but they really don't mean it. Like, they really don't want to put in the work. If you did, you'd be researching the people who started from ground up, like from bottom to up. You know what I'm saying? Like, not the silver spoon people who like, oh, I got inherited and I flipped it.
Yeah.
Not those people. Like, them stories don't inspire me. But people like Jay-Z and like, he from the he from Marcy Projects, and he came up to be a billionaire, or just a person like Kanye who's just a regular college kid. You know what I'm saying? Started from nothing. That shit is inspiring to me. You know what I'm saying? People who can turn nothing into something. And it's hard to find people that got the discipline to be or want to sacrifice something, because eventually if you don't born with the silver spoon, what you gonna do? If you're a young artist, you're a teenager, you're gonna sacrifice your teens, your 20s, your 30s, or your 40s, because when you get to your 50s, your body's slowing down. You know what I'm saying? So what you're gonna do? Which part of your life are you gonna do? And I personally say, hey, I love my teens, that was some fun stuff. 20s, I should have sacrificed. 30s, I could have been chilling. You know what I'm saying? Because 30s is pretty when you started catching on. But 40s is when you really start living life. And I shouldn't be working right now if I gave up my 20s playing around. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but now I'm at a point where like I gave up a lot of my 30s. Yeah. So I could ride into my 40s on cruise control. But you gotta start looking at life like in tens. You know what I'm saying? Your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s. Because your hustle, a real good hustle, a business, it might take 10 years. So you got to really start thinking about that, because people talk about this balance thing. Balance is for rich people. Like, be realistic. Like spiritual health is good. Mental health is good, but you don't need like you might take a little break, but I'm talking about like people really be like, okay, You know, like, I'm gonna work 8 hours a day. Okay, try that shit if you want to. If you garner from the ground up, try. Oh, I'm gonna have this for I can have nights free. While you having fun, someone your competition is right there up or outworking you. You know, and to the point where they outworking you till they outsmarting you. Cause you start working a point till you start catching on. Like, okay, let me work smarter now. And once you work smarter now, and you did the footwork, everything is really on cruise control from now. The struggle aspect is no longer there. You know what I'm saying? Now it's about just you struggling to make your dreams come true. But bill struggles and money struggles, them gone. But you gotta sacrifice at least teens, 20s. Because I really believe in 30s you started kind of understanding who you are, and late 30s you start living life, and 40s you should be able to just be, yeah, you should be able to be like cruise control. So 50s you can retire and sit out. And just about crossing paths with people who inspire you and spark stuff in you. Family members, you know, love of your life, heartbreak, things like that, you know. And it's about, you know, just particularly the breakdowns of the 10th flame, the soulmate, karmatic relationships, energy vampires, you know what I'm saying, manipulators, just all kinds of evil and good people. Just the balance of all these things that, you know, that we face every day. But on a more beautiful side, I wanted the show to be kind of beautiful. Even if it's some stuff that's maybe painful, I want it to be beautiful. And I'm trying to do some pieces that's affordable for everybody can kind of take at least something home. And some stuff that for real serious art collectors too. But new art collectors and serious art collectors and middle ground people, I want to kind of bridge the gap so everybody can take home something. I want it to be straight to the point and letting all these different people know how I feel about them or how I view them. You know, some might think I view them in a negative way. Everything, I might see them in a negative way. Maybe, but it taught me something beautiful. So it's just like I want to show that. You know what I'm saying? I want to show all that, and I want it to be beautiful because all the people that touch me in some way, like I don't regret meeting none of them or exchange anything. I learned something from each one of them. Some are bad lessons, some are good lessons, but they all with lessons. And sometimes pain is needed to grow. I want my legacy to honestly be that I helped as many people as I possibly could. That's basically it. My grandmother and them raised me to do this. They raised me to like think about the people around me. And then as an empath, I just can't be happy unless I see people happy. You know, and they not happy, then I ain't gonna be happy. Then, you know, but I know I can't control people's happiness level, you know, but at least I can try to create an environment. I can try my best to create an environment of happiness. And I can try my best to be happy around them. And, you know, I can just try my best. So my whole thing is really just to help as many people as possible, man. You know, that's the number one thing. So at least, you know, like if, you know, if I'm out of here, they can be like, yo, I remember when I didn't have to do anything. I didn't ask for a dime. I honestly, purely just like to see young black artists ball. I like to see black artists ball. And we don't never get a chance to see black artists with money. Like, I like, you know, the Blue the Great, the artist out in LA who did, I like him. I like to see him do his thing, got sneakers. That's what I'm talking about. Like, he got Nike endorsement. Like, I like shit like that, man. And that's beautiful to me. I like to see young artists do their thing. We ain't seen artists making millions since Basquiat, young artists balling out like Basquiat, you know? I want to see it now.
They said it wouldn't be half enough.
But I guess they feel something in it, they relate to it, and then they buy it. You know, I don't stress. I don't mind. I want everyone to buy it. I would love for everyone to purchase my art, white people included. But you know, if my destiny is black people gonna buy me while I'm alive, then I'm just so be it.